Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round 5 of the Space Jam Sydney tournament. Super excited to be here today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Again, we're on round 5 of 6 of Swiss. We have people watching from all around the world. We have people playing from all around the world. This Space Jam series has been absolutely awesome. If you haven't participated in our poll yet, on the right side of your screen, it says where you watch it from. Go ahead and participate. All you got to do is type the number that corresponds to where you're watching from in the chat. Even if you're not a big chatter, just participate in our poll, just so we know. It's always great to see the expanse of the X-Wing community around the world. So my co-host for this round is not the same as before because Paul had to go night-night. My co-host for this round is...
Hey, it's me. It's William Hegwood.
Hey!
Also known as Killer Boot Hawk.
That's
on
right.
the old tables of tabletop.
So, Will, let's go ahead and break down this matchup.
All right, let's start with our player to the left here. Player 1 is going to be Josh Benjamin, flying Darth Vader with fire control system and afterburners, Student Tier Foe with crackshot and targeting computer, and Grand Inquisitor with fire control system. Now, you know me. I love me some good fire control system, so I really like to see it here. Also, the aggressive targeting computer on Student Tier Foe as well, so we can get that.
My name
free
is
focus.
William Hegwood, and I approve of that message.
Exactly. Yeah, so very aggressive here. Both Student Tier and Grand Inquisitor trying to pick up those locks. But some high maneuverability. Now, the Initiative 6 is going to be really interesting in this matchup because he's facing off against these rebels. What are they flying?
On the rebels, a Wynand Coert running Fenrau. That is Fenrau in the Sheathipede with R4 Astromech, Wedge Antilles, and Han Solo with Trick Shot, Shield Upgrade, and Hull Upgrade. The betting is now open. I did just pay out the bets from the last turn. Player 2 was the one last time. Pedro. I choose Violence. Pedro was just on stream. Will?
Really?
Yeah.
Did he win?
He did win. Barely. 5 points,
There
but
you go.
a win's a win. So yeah, the betting is now open. Looking at this list from Wynand's side, if you guys aren't familiar with Fenrau's ability, it is one that we saw a lot in first edition, and it hasn't been played too much in second edition. Honestly, this is looking at Wynand's list. It makes me say, like, this seems like anti-Boba Fett tech is really what it seems like it's made out for. So Fenrau's ability says, after an enemy ship in your firing arc engages, if you are not stressed, you may gain 1 stress token, and if you do, that ship cannot spend tokens to modify dice while it performs attacks during this phase.
Yeah, super powerful. I think it's actually a real hard counter to what we're seeing fly with Boba, which is Dengar. Dengar doesn't have the force or natural rerolls, so he's relying on those tokens. And shoots multiple times per round as well, which Fenrau does lock out any bonus attacks being modified.
It sure does. For people watching at home, you got to be careful. We do have a sneaky debris, all right there next to the blue hand. You can see it. It's kind of the coloring on the debris makes it a little hard to see there.
It's a feature of debris, not a bug. Always try to hide them off in the black corner of the board.
That's right. So if you haven't participated yet in the Choose Your Champion betting, all you have to do is type exclamation point points to check how many points you have available to bet. Then exclamation point bet, you put a space, choose 1 or 2. So player 1 is Josh, player 2 is Wynand, and then put a space in how many points you want to wager. Super fun, easy way to play a little mini game here with us here. Choose Your Champion. And I'm curious, those of you out there right now, we've had 4 games. What's your score in Choose Your Champion right now? How many out of 4 do you got? I will tell you, Paul left 1 in 3. I think that's why he had to go. He just was demoralized. So it seems like...
I think I'm going to place my bets on... Oh, this is tough. Because how'd you pronounce his name?
Wynand. Wynand.
He is first player in this. So Vader and Soontir can move after these guys. So Finrau's going to have a hard time reacting to what they're doing. I think that might just push Josh over the edge. So just because of that, I think I'm going to go with Josh on this.
Yeah, Josh is a good player. He is very patient. He likes to play. He plays aces. Wynand, that name sounds really familiar. Where have I seen your name before? Wynand Coert. I don't know, but I know you. One day I'll figure it out.
Oh, hey, Dion, hit the mute logo.
Oh, yeah, because we're not muted anymore.
We are not.
Gone. So Darth
So it looks
Vader.
like we're getting engagement in the center of the board already.
Yep.
Vader's coming in. It looks like Han Solo had already taken a lock on the Grand Inquisitor. He was the only person in range who was hiding nicely behind a couple of gas clouds there.
I did see a couple of comments in the Twitch chat saying, "Where are our Australian players?" I hope you guys understand a couple of things. There's no way for me to know who's from Australia looking at a list of people and a list of lists. Okay. And if I want to, I can just throw it on Johnny. It's Johnny's fault. Sorry, Johnny. You get thrown under the bus. You're the new guy. He apologizes in the chat. Don't apologize to them. Don't apologize to them. So we have the Imperial Aces here versus this Rebel squad. I do like the formation of the asteroids for Han Solo trick shot. It seems like it's something that will go off several times.
Yeah, the only unfortunate part about that is a lot of these trick shots are going to be through gas clouds, which are just going to give, sure, Han gets an extra dice, but the Imperials get an almost guaranteed modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, look at this. Soontir coming up and didn't bump Vader there, and took an aggressive target lock and a boost.
Oh my goodness, what is he? It's like, whatever. I get a focus. I get a fully modded shot.
Well, I think from the positioning, it's going to be hard for Finrau or Wedge to block him going through that lane next round.
That's true.
So it's open for him, and Vader doesn't really have to do much next round either. He just has to one bank to pursue Han.
Here we go.
Ooh, Finrau though is in arc, which is gonna shut down that target lock and focus. Soontir brought
2 hits. Got enough evades, just barely. So I wonder if he's gonna trigger the ability on Fen.
Yeah, because Vader has fire control system, so he's not gonna spin that lock anyways, and has the force. So it's not like that's going to shut him down much. Ooh, that shot is actually unobstructed out to the Grand Inquisitor.
Oh, all right. So we got 2 hits out there. Are we going to see him haunt it? That's a pretty good result. He's going to leave it, and he's going into Soontir. Safe.
2 raids. Easy.
Do. All right, so where? Let's see. Here comes the trigger. Soontir's engaging.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is the opportunity? Are we gonna get it?
Yeah, I see that stress come down on Finrau. So this is going to be a naked 3 dice now.
Yep, there it is. The ability has been triggered.
Still has crack shot, but I could see him saving that for maybe a wedge or to take down Finrau.
Oh, that's pretty good. 2 hits. Remember, Han gets to try this a couple of times.
Han should get 1 here.
Oh, try again.
Yeah, he's got a focus too, so.
There you go. Converts it there after spending it.
So boom, there's that shield upgrade gone already.
Darth Vader, fully modified, doing Darth Vader things from range 3. Now, both these players are X and 1, so this is an elimination match, just so you guys know. Risky business going on here.
He's going to keep the 1 natural evade there. And Vader does 2 damage.
Shields are starting to fall off Han.
Yeah, Inquisitor uses his ability, spends the Force, gets a 3rd die on its attack.
So Han's lost 3 shields total. Down to 3 shields, and now probably going down a few more.
Han Solo reroll ends up getting 1. But 4 total, though, for nothing on the Empire.
That's a pretty good trade, especially you need to get in damage early on those aces in order to get him kind of running scared.
Right. He's got a decent kill box set up for Soontir, but Soontir could also just hard turn, I think, either way and get out of harm's way if he wants to. But honestly, though, if they can trade, if the 3 Imperials can at least stay on the board, right? They can give up half points, but as long as they're still on the board when Han goes down, they should be able to clean up Ben Rao and Wedge. So Wedge is really going to have to get some damage in, and Soontir does not like Wedge.
No.
Not a fan.
Not at all. Getting rid of those defense dice is a sad Soontir. Got to show off the added death. No, what is it? Not called Death Stripe. What is it? Blood Stripe on the Soontir Fel and the crates logo, of course. Oops, sorry guys, I hit the wrong button. Josh Benjamin is part of the of that faction, we'll call it. So I think we're going to be joined by one other commentator here in a minute. Another friend. Okay. So we'll just double check all this. All right, looks good on that side, looks good on that side. Want to thank everybody for joining us. We have one more round after this one, and then we get a break time. For some of you, we won't be back till tomorrow. For others, it'll just be later. I will tell you, Will, living in Australian time while not in Australia, very, very strange.
Yeah, this is pretty late for you. Or is it early? Did you get that nap in beforehand?
Oh, I did. I've been
there you go.
I've been living in Australia time since Monday after the podcast.
Really?
Yep.
There you go. Getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Looks like we got dials down, and the Grand doesn't hit that gas cloud. Anticipating Han going through and banking around.
All right. And yep, there's the bank. 3 bank around the debris. Not the debris, the gas cloud. Takes a focus. Ooh.
Yeah, I was going to be interested to see if what Imperial ship that they would try to catch. And it looks like he's more or less just widening the arcs, just gonna catch anybody who might be in range.
I think he's anticipating Soontir jumping between those two clouds.
That makes sense.
All right, waiting for Wedge. All right, he's going to go ahead and take a target lock. All right, Soontir out the other way. Good moves, good moves. So,
yeah, I did not want to eat that wedge shot.
like,
not
no.
one bit.
Gracias, pero no.
Yeah, you...
So
he's mostly safe from Han behind that gas cloud.
The Grand Inquisitor might be taking some damage here just because there is that wedge shot that might be able to clear out some of those tokens, the force and the evade. Still unlikely, though. We'll see where Vader... Has Vader moved yet? He's not, right?
No, he's going to cut in there and keep pursuing Han Solo, which might give Wedge a decent shot on him. But it's going to put Vader in Fenn Rau's arc so that he can use that ability again to prevent, most likely, the focus token from being spent.
Right.
Because like I said before, he's got FCS and the Force. But that could be enough.
Let's wait for... Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go?
It looks like he's just debating the barrel out or not. Oh, Vader's leaving too.
Vader out. It's like, no thank you, we're going to be cagey. One of the problems, though, with this move is that you are isolating the Grand Inquisitor just a little bit because you have all of Wynand ships headed towards the Grand Inquisitor right now. We have a range 2 shot going into the Inquisitor from Han Solo. 3 dice. You probably Han that trying to get over average. Oh,
no, he's got a target lock from last round.
Oh, never mind. 3 hits. And has to spend both force and the evade to avoid all the damage.
I mean, you're gonna take damage on the wedge shot anyway, so you might as well just prevent as much as you can.
Yep.
Is he not spending the evade?
He did not. I'm actually really surprised. You should almost always... Is there really any reason not to spend the evade there? No.
No,
okay, there you go.
No, he is. He just didn't recognize. I was like, it does. Yeah, because what if you just roll 2 evades the next shot?
Yeah. All right, here's the wedge shot. It is range 3, so this is going to be a 3-on-3 rather than a 3-on-4. Wedge also has a target lock. Will's favorite action.
Spending. Yeah, got coordinated it. That's both the best actions in the game.
All right, that's another 3 hits coming in. Sad Inquisitor, that's half points. Half points, 0 to 27. Wynand up early. And Fenn Rau in that Sheathipede is just a bit outside. Grand Inquisitor gets his fire back. It is range 2 for this shot. Hit crit. You know what? Sometimes you don't need mods. It's fine.
Not bad.
Han gets to reroll it again with his ability and gets evade. 1 more shield. So we could end up losing the Grand Inquisitor next turn. What do you think these aces are going to be doing, Will? Or what would you do?
They need to get on Fenn Rau right now. Wedge is a little bit too far ahead to get some shots on, and he's most likely pursuing the Grand if possible. Anyway, so they got to come around. I'm not sure if a hard 3 boost is going to give Vader a shot, so he might just have to Talon roll here. But it seems like Soontir is safe for now. I was just trying to figure out some points here real fast. So, or actually, health-wise, has to do 8 damage to Han to have him, because he's a 15 health ship. Is that right?
Yeah. Thick.
Okay. So it only needs 2 more damage for that, and he'll score 40. Or no, sorry. It'd be 56 points. Something like that? No, that's not right. Yeah, it is 46. Anyways, that's not as much as what he's trading with the Grand Inquisitor right now. So the Grand Inquisitor goes out while Han is halved. That still puts him in a losing situation.
That's very true. Now, really quickly here, talking about some after show stuff. So we have obviously 6 rounds, and then we have nothing. But because of my weird schedule, my bedtime won't be here after we're done after round 6. So I might play a game or 2 on stream after Space Jam, depending on what our viewership is looking like. Obviously, I'd be playing more for Europe and Australia and Asia. You guys, if you guys are up for more games afterward, let me know, and we'll see. Maybe get a game or 2 after. I kind of have the itch to play. And doing all this commentating and working. Dion needs some playtime. Right. I need some playtime. All right, looks like Joss is trying to... Oh, man, the Inquisitor is in such a weird spot.
Yeah, I mean... this is Wedge is in basically a 50-50 spot, and they're kind of just gambling with each other. Because the Inquisitor could go, say, like 3 forward and boost if Wedge goes to the right. But if Wedge goes to the right, the Grand can't like hard one and barrel roll or boost in that way to go pursue the other. Not pursue, but go follow where the other Imperials went.
Yeah. So
it's a hard call either way. I would be interested in like a 2 forward from Fen Rao to try to coordinate Wedge and hold him back. Ooh. To kind of keep his arc wide.
I like
you know
that.
What I'm talking about?
Yeah, a little tactical bump there with Fen Rao.
Yeah, because that way Wedge won't have to go onto the cloud and can still keep his arc wide no matter which way the Inquisitor goes. I don't know if Wedge has enough room to barrel roll where he's at right now, though. Maybe.
To the left?
Yeah, to the ship left, and then he could go forward past those 2 chili pepper gas clouds.
That bacon. It's close.
Because I think that's the puzzle right now, is that he needs that Wedge shot on the Grand. Han Solo's not going to do it by himself.
I think he's got it. I mean,
unless the Grand just tries to turn away to block Han to just prevent a shot. Nope, he's coming in.
Face me, fight me, you coward.
I mean, if you're looking for a defensive ship, it's the Grand Inquisitor. He is a force down though, so it's going to be harder. Oh my!
Did that clear?
Yeah. Oof, look out. I was expecting maybe a hard 3 turn, but he went for the hard 2, keeping tight on those asteroids.
And here is
see, look at this.
3 straight jump over. We might get that coordinate right now to Wedge. Decisions. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Focus.
Look at this. Oh no, he's Talon rolling.
Okay.
He's trying to get him some Soontir.
That's right. I mean, he's anticipating Soontir Invader coming through the flank on the backside, so getting him flipped around, especially if Han Solo can just clean up the Inquisitor now, that helps. Though it did take 2 shots, 2 fully modified shots, in order to do 2 damage to the Inquisitor last time, so he could end up regretting not having them both on there.
Yeah, assuming Han only gets 3 dice because the Grand Inquisitor's ability to reduce attack power at range 1 and that evade, the Grand Inquisitor should only take 1 damage.
Yep. Maybe Fenrau will help. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair. He's got a gun. It turns out 2 of them. He does have the rear arc for this Soontir, who has, I think, an obstructed shot now. And if he boosts, he's gonna give Wedge an unobstructed range 2.
And barrel rolls and boost. Yeah,
no.
For sure.
No, actually, no, I'm good.
No, thank you, sir. And like I said, Josh is a very patient person. He is willing to take the time to disengage and find a more favorable engagement later on. And there's a 3-turn for Vader. Could use burners if he wants to, or could just barrel roll out of range as well.
I might grab a new lock on Wedge and then barrel out of range.
Fact. It's free.
It is free.
And there it is. So it has lock options on both Wedge or Fenrau.
Yeah, that target lock told him the barrel roll would clear him out of range too.
There it is. And do we see him reach for the force? Yes. And there's the barrel roll to the left as far back as possible. Pulling it far back in order to have more options next turn when you turn around. And Wedge just a bit outside of range 3 for Soontir. Soontir's like, close.
Yeah, both Vader and Soontir can just hard in and boost next round. Start pursuing Fenrau. Get on both sides of Wedge.
Fenrau shooting first at range 1. Yes.
Nice.
Trying to clear some of those tokens and force hit crit, baby. And has to force suspend that evade. Han Solo could clean this up with that evade being gone.
Can't take the crit, that's for sure. So he's going to spend his... So he didn't use it on the unmodified Fenrau shot, but he uses the force on the Han Solo shot.
And that's hit, crit.
Yeah, he's going to have to get 3 natural evades here, and the Grand does not.
He tried.
Or excuse me, 2 natural evades.
And the Grand Inquisitor is gone, so now Josh Benjamin down 54 points, 0 to 54. Can he climb out of it? This is an elimination match. I remember it was not. It was a range 1 shot, but the Grand Inquisitor has the ability to spend the force in order to reduce or remove the range 1 bonus from an enemy ship that's firing at it at range 1. That's an often forgotten part of the ability, especially if you're a first edition player. I know it took me like. How many? We're like 2 years into second edition, Will.
2 years.
Almost
2 years. Yeah.
I still forget that ability sometimes.
I think it's straight up a better ability than spinning the force for the extra dice on attack power. Because man, so many times if you can just keep them at 3 attack dice, so they can't get that 4th hit and out dice you.
Yep.
Right. Because evades don't add dice. That's another first edition. They changed dice now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's much easier to dodge somebody or prevent a kill shot as well. Especially if you have like a full health Grand Inquisitor, it's almost impossible to kill them in 1 shot because you won't be able to get a 4th dice and he'll have an evade token.
So looking at
said he didn't get to use fire control system though.
He brought it. I brought it to the party and I forgot to play with it. So how do we think Han is going to re-engage here? Because Fenrau probably just 2 turns in order to get a coordinate out there for Wedge, but Han's kind of in a weird place. Or do you just eat the cloud and bring it back around?
I mean, I think I think you just kind of have to just go through the clouds. You got to keep in the fight. Wedge did clear that obstacle though with that 1 bank.
Wow!
I thought he was going to hit it for sure.
Not today. Takes a target lock. Guessing on Vader. Vader's most likely to turn into you, if anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vader, he's not going to have the shot, but he's going to need it for next round. Vader can, assuming Vader's going to hard 3 boost barrel roll and get the shot.
And eats the
There's
cloud.
on.
Like,
Don't care.
Takes a strain, but most likely there's nobody out there to shoot him and can one bank blue that strain away next turn. So is Vader going to actually turn in? Most likely the 2-turn barrel roll will get him out of Wedge's arc, though. Soontir looking for an opening.
The Falcons have 2 bank blues.
Oh, it's not the 1 bank? Okay. I
think that's the scum one. He don't care about the strain, whatever. He's caring about rolling red dice, not green dice right now.
Facts.
Yeah, I do like the disposition of Fen Rao. Can easily just linger around that gas cloud, being able to coordinate in.
And Soontir starting to bank in a little bit. You can only run for so long. There is the 3-turn could barrel roll out in order to stay out of range. Excuse me, out of arc. Now we have 205 people watching from around the world. Again, if you have not participated in our Where Are You Watching From poll, super easy. Just type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 in the chat. 1 for North America, 2 for South America, 3 for Africa, 4 for Europe, 5 in Asia, and 6 for Australia. Just let us know where you're watching from if you haven't let us know yet. It's just super cool to see the spread. All right, and looks like this is
He locks Han Solo, actually. Looks like he's already outside of Wedge's arc.
All right.
So just takes the shot he's got. He's in a decent position here.
And Fenrau whiffs on that attack. I mean, you can't roll hit crit every time, I guess.
I mean, yes, what can you do?
Han does have a shot.
Is good, though.
Han had range in that side arc.
Side arc so big. Han reroll, same result. 1 hit.
Probably okay. Just roll 3 evades. It's fine. And Wedge did not have anything in arc.
Yeah, Soontir still has that lock, but most likely Fenrau is going to shut him down. Or doesn't?
Maybe just doesn't want to stress this turn if he plans on K-turning Fenrau. 2 hits. Nope, there was...
Oh, no, there's the stress.
Yep.
He must have set it and then hadn't put the token out.
Yep. Somebody in the chat here says, but I'm in New Zealand. Your options don't cover me. You are part of the continent of Australia. I'm sorry. In America, we consider New Zealand part of Australia.
Ooh,
not the country, but the continent.
Shots fired.
Yep. Sorry.
So hit crit into Han Solo. He's got no focus modifier and could risk eating 2 crits. You want 1 crit or 2 crits? Or is he risk taking no crits? He's actually rolling too many dice because he was strained. Oh no,
he took a shot from Soontir, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Dion, what are you doing? You gonna risk taking no crits or 2 crits, or settling for 1 crit?
I think I settled for 1 crit, but if I'm feeling gambly, there you go. Takes a direct hit.
Oh well. So that ends up Han Solo halved then?
Yep, half points are given up. I mean, I guess it could have been worse, right? He could have pulled like a panic pilot or blinded pilot. Blinded pilot is terrible on Han.
Yeah. That's going to be real bad. He's got limited options right here. I'm trying to even think about what he could do to not hit that rock next round. He's almost gonna have to hard turn to Han's right, or excuse me, Han's left, where wedges. I don't think turning any direction to like towards Soontir is gonna get him to not hit that rock. Maybe hard 3. That's gonna be a risky move. Actually, factoring in the Fenrir coordinate, he could try to do like a 2-bank or something, and then boost off of the rock to maybe block Vader. But he's pushing that range 2 band though on that coordinate.
There's debates in the. I'm sorry. Okay. In Will, I have a question. When you were doing the social studies, okay, in school, New Zealand was considered part of Australia, the continent of Australia. Yes.
I mean, I just assumed that there was more than one country in the continent of Australia.
Right. I'm sorry. I will become more woke and call it Oceania now. I can't edit it now though. God, I'm offending all the Kiwis.
So what continent is Oceania in?
Well, I guess Oceania equals continent of Australia. If I would have wrote Oceania on my test, my teacher would have been like, "What is this? Get out of here."
Okay. Let's host an entire event specialized for them and then rip on them the whole time.
No, Dion. A continent is a continuous. Oh my goodness. You Kiwis, stop bullying me.
All right.
I'm a music teacher. I bet. See, you know what though? I think there's some pent up aggression of like New Zealand versus Australia that like we're not aware of.
No, it's a rivalry. I understand.
And I've just triggered some people. That's all. But hopefully you guys are having a good time. I know I am.
All right, so it looks like Fenrir's moving first to coordinate wedge. A focus. So he must be doing a Talon roll.
And there it is. T-roll. Looking at the different options it has.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to catch Vader. Vader's going to have a hard time getting out of his arc now. Ooh, Han. Sneaks by.
Hello
Nicely
there.
done. They kind of left Fenrir alone now. This would be the time to jump on him.
I'm surprised we didn't see the K-turn because with how fast Wynand was bringing...
He did end up taking the stress on Fenrir.
Oh, okay. You're right. So he couldn't coordinate. Couldn't K-turn. And he went straight to do the coordinate as well.
That's okay. He'll do fine out there. If he can shut Soontir down now, that's the other thing, is that when you K-turn, you can't use Fenrir's ability either. And that's really what's keeping a lot of damage off of Han from denying these Soontir target lock focus shots.
Yeah, the fact that Fenrir is on this exit trajectory is gonna hurt a little bit. Unless, of course, you can like get half points on Soontir or Vader this turn. That could be huge.
Well, he's got a trick shot Han right now and a wedge shot coming into Soontir, and he's debating, I assume, a barrel roll out of Han's arc.
He is barrel rolling to the right, taking evade, and will end up having a focus evade this turn.
I think the idea there is that might actually get out of range of Fen Rao, so he can use those offensive modifications.
That's very true. He's been holding on to that target lock, right? I think he's still holding on to that
he
one.
took it early on. Literally hasn't had a chance to use it.
Darth Vader, three
Vader's
straight.
not playing. So I'm going for Fen Rao. Boost barrel roll, target lock focus, everything on Fen Rao right now. I got a chance. Because you need to get him to choose to save himself or to save Han Solo, right?
And we're getting the afterburners.
Oh, the barrel roll in doesn't fit. So ends up spending a force for the focus as well. So Wedge, either do you try to focus fire without the target lock, or do you go for Soon Tier while you have the chance?
Oh, here we go. It's a range 2 into Vader. Lock. That's hit. Crit. Vader only has 2 dice, and that is hurting. He's taking 2 shields right there.
Spends the force on defense, keeping the focus for offense. Which doesn't make any sense to me because, well, see, it's the same thing. You're making Fen Rao have to stress himself.
Fen Rao does get a shot here. Vader's down to 1 force. Maybe could get him to spend. Hit crit.
Oh, he's going to spend it on on defense here.
And there was
doesn't
one
need to.
die fell out the box. Gonna re-roll that one.
Count in the box.
And got it.
All right.
Han will have to split the fire here going into Soon Tier. Probably doesn't do any damage. Not with focus evade. Oh, well, maybe. One of each keeps him safe. All right, he's good. He's good. You could tell he's like,
yeah,
oh,
you
man.
you don't take 1 damage. You never take just I'll take the 1 damage on my Soon Tier. No.
Nope.
No, he's been saving that lock for offense. It'll be okay. Han got to keep the focus though.
That's true. And being able to strip the focus off of Soon Tier is also a big deal. So here's Soon Tier.
Yeah, take the shot on. Take the shot on Han. Wedge is at full health.
Only 1. He has a lock, right? He's been holding on to it for a while? Yes.
Yep, finally gets to use it. He's deciding whether it's worth it. Han's going to get 1 of 8 at least, so he'll put at least 1 damage through. Yeah, Han reroll and a focus. He's going to get 1 on the die. 6 more damage for Han Solo.
And Vader has a shot here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So are we going to see that stress fall out? We did it. It's already out there. So he does get the additional die, but can't spend any tokens, but can change a hit to a crit.
Yeah, he's also got FCS too, so.
Ah, yes, FCS is not spending a token. You are correct.
He's also got the Force if he wants it. Yep.
That's
how blanks out. That shield crit. Fuel leak into structural damage.
Down to 1 hole off of one attack from Vader. Seems
good. 1 hole, 1 agility.
All right. Yeah, Josh is not out of this game. He's up 72 to 54 now after getting half points on Han and then also half points on Fenrir. You got to remember, Fenrir is a chunk of points. He's 52 points the way he's loaded out right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without a barrel roll action and being stressed, the best he can do is a hard 2 or 2 bank. But then what? You got 1 hull and 1 agility, and you got Sith Lord chasing you.
Yeah. I have you now.
Yeah, because, I mean, Vader don't care about it. There's a gas cloud in front of him. He don't care. Whatever it takes to keep that shot. He's just going to have to maybe juke him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he does have the afterburners. Like, I would burn the 3 forward, afterburners, find Finrao, take him down, get back in the game.
Absolutely. Hey, Will, I'm going to step away for 1 second. I need to go get some water.
Oh, cool. I'll see what's up with the chat. Has the game been going as expected? That is true. Wedge is in pursuit of Vader right now. And Vader is down on force. Spent all but 1 in that round. 1 to get the focus, 1 for defense. I think it's 2 for defense. Or excuse me, no, Venram locked out his focus token, that's right. Now, I do think, though, between the bid and Soontir being 57 points, if it comes down to Soontir versus Wedge, Soontir could essentially just run or arc dodge, and Josh could hold out the win with that. But Soontir will have to get through Han Solo into that endgame. Finrao takes a very conservative 1 forward to clear the stress and take a focus. And it looks like Wedgehead came in and target locked Vader. Soontir moves up to engage Han, has a chance to arc dodge him with a barrel roll boost. Han still has a total of 6 hull left with a hull upgrade on him. So Soontir can't take him down right now. He's going to have to trade at least 2 shots with Han here.
All right, I'm back.
Finrao didn't do much. He just 1-forwarded. He just wants Vader to shoot him.
Shoot me. Chase me. I'm a trap.
Yeah, Soontir is thinking about that boost barrel roll to arc dodge Han.
Mm-hmm.
But he also would like to shoot at Han. So hard decisions all around.
I think
he's got bullseye ready. I mean, it would be nice to just like sit there with the target lock or an evade.
We'll go ahead and give another view here so you guys can see the positioning for Soontir. Looking at that decision. So the bullseye is on, like you said, Will.
I think I'd be tempted for an evade. Like I said, he needs about 2 shots, 2 to 3 shots on Han before he can take him off the board. And he's not going to get him by arc dodging. He might still get that shot if he arc dodges. I don't think he will, though. If he does the barrel out away and boost back in.
I don't think so.
No. I mean, he'll get out of Han's arc, but he's not going to get a shot by doing that.
No.
See, now, what would be interesting, though, is if Han, or if Vader... See, like, this is... Because we don't know what was on Vader's dial. Oh, wait, yeah, we do. Did he flip him? No. So Vader could, like, hard 3 towards Han and try to focus fire and take them both off the board.
I think so. I think with the afterburners, he'd make it.
No,
right.
it's mostly. Oh, he went for the boost first. Oh, nice. The single reposition gets out of the arc.
There you go. No need to stress yourself. Oh. Barrel rolling forward just to guarantee it.
Yeah, it's so he can hard 2 back in, and then barrel roll boost to pursue Han. So he doesn't have to go out. He can keep on in. Oh, Vader did peel off a Fen Rao. See, I would have been tempted to get both shots in on. Both shots into Han that round.
That would have been huge if you...
I would have done it.
Well, I mean, you choose violent all the time, so...
All the time. It's easier to arc dodge if they have less arcs.
All right, 2 hits. Going from Han, we had a roll out there. Oh, we just got a blank out.
I believe that is a dead Vader.
Vader just died. Oh my.
Wow.
Rip Vader. Can we get some F's in the chat for Vader?
Wow.
Chosen one? Question mark.
That is rough. And Soontir can't shoot this round. And Vader's going to have Fen Rao nerf his attack as well.
1 hit.
Yeah, so he's got the fire control system still.
I mean, you just spend the lock.
Nah, now the stress came down on Fen Rao.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. You can't spend the lock.
You got fire control system.
That's true.
Hope for another crit. Oh, is he? All right, that roll didn't count.
Yeah.
All right, so he gets the other hit.
And reroll. Try one more time. Oh wait, he's not buying any obstacles.
No reroll. That's why Han's arc's still up. So has to take both hit and crit.
The crit is a fuel
leak.
That's a fast way to die.
Yeah, well, a good way to live is having only Soontir chasing you instead of Darth Vader now.
At Gold Squadron Pilots, that is still a mod. Yeah, you're allowed to modify your dice. You're not allowed to modify your dice by spending tokens. Is the difference?
Yep.
So you can still use fire control.
Round. Yeah, we saw last round Vader use fire control system and the Force.
Yep.
So pretty good still. I mean, a lot of outside of Force users, almost every other ship in second edition is using tokens to modify their dice.
Mm-hmm.
So Fen Rao is still very strong, but you're right, pretty expensive. Because I think you do need that the R4 droid, which opens up your hard 2 blues and your 2 bank blues.
Yep.
Or excuse me, the 1 bank blues, because they have 2 bank normally. But that's still 52 points. I mean, Wedge is only 55. Think about that.
It's very true. So we got Soontir versus Wedge. Did you guys know in canon, well, I guess this is Legends canon, Soontir Fel and Wedge Antilles are in-laws of each other. Wedge and Soontir. Yeah.
That's true. Heated rivalry.
I believe, right? It's Soontir marries Wedge's sister. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, they were like in the police. They were in the TIE Fighter Academy at first, and then Soontir, because of the whole his sister shenanigans, Soontir ended up fighting for the rebels later on.
He defects. I'm telling you, Soontir Fel, rebellion pilot, coming soon. He was in an X-wing, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, part of Rogue Squadron when they're doing like X and E-wings and stuff like that.
So let me know in the chat. Would you prefer your Sunterfell in an E-wing or in an X-wing? Would he have the same? Would he have the same ability? What do you think?
Nah, different faction, different ability. We've seen that with every other pilot. Do you just give him his first edition ability? So when you gain in stress, you get a focus.
Yeah.
So you can double focus when you link action on an X-wing. That's pretty fancy.
If I'm not mistaken, that storyline for Sunterfell was in a comic book, not in a book, right? Not in a novel.
Yeah. Those are just comic books.
It was the Dark Horse.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it was Dark Horse.
So it takes a lock on, huh?
Death Rain, stop making fun of my words. Yes, a book. Okay, you know what I meant.
A book. You know, the books with the words in the book.
Novel, I guess, is the word I was looking for.
So looks like Han turned off the fuel leak after he moved. Soontir picks up a lock on him while he's not getting shot at.
Yep, no shots this turn.
The rebels really aren't fast enough to come back and save Han.
No.
So Han's gonna have to go to them. But is that mind games then? With that Soontir target lock? Could he just pursue Fen Rao at this point?
Could be like, I'm gonna get you. Nah, never mind.
I'll see you later.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it could be mind games, or if he just liked his position, it's just like, might as well take it.
Free actions, right? Spend 3 points on it. Might as well take a second one. Because he was holding around that first one for so long.
The Fly and the Mighty in the chat says, Star Wars has a serious case of Beverly Hills and Legends. Everyone famous marries somebody else famous. It's true. Legends has its moments, but it also has its cringe for sure.
Yeah, it's Star Wars Legends, so it's really only about 40 or 50 people in the entire galaxy, apparently.
Right. It's like we got a Star Wars matchmaker.
Let's see. Looks like the rebels have Han Solo. Han Solo knows what he's doing for sure.
Oh yeah, locked
I think
in.
He'd be the more interested one to choose. I mean, I don't think Wedge has to do much than like Talon roll.
Is Han's arc right now is left to right, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, you just turn. Turn with Han.
Yeah, right. You hard 3 and boost if you feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Try to go find an obstacle. I am noticing that Soontir, if he goes straight, the template won't hit that gas cloud in front of him. If he was trying to sneak in, maybe a Wedge when Wedge is sleeping. If Wedge doesn't do, say, a Talon roll or something.
True that.
But there's also that 1 health Fen Rao in around too. So he's got to do something though. Here's his problem right now is that
there's a 3 hard.
There's still 3 rebel ships out there.
Yeah.
Wedge. Just 1 forwards. Tries to hide behind a gas cloud for the time being.
This is my home.
He's like,
he's just waiting for Soontir to come
shields. He's like, I got shields in 20 minutes. I'm fine. Or 15 minutes now. Yeah, let's check the point count on him.
Right now it's 72 to 129.
Well, no. No, I said it earlier. Yeah, that Wedge is actually less points than Soontir. So if it is a one-on-one, Soontir does win out on points.
keep.
And he still needs 2 shots into Han and a shot into Fenn Rau in 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's probably. Let's see. If you lose Han, you're giving up 45 points, right? That brings you to.
No, he's got to take it. He's got to take it down to down to
the 1-on-1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could not kill Fenn Rau and just have Wedge and still win, I guess. I feel like killing a 1 health Fenn Rau would be a lot easier than just having Wedge. So Barrel's in.
And does have that bullseye on. So they're going to be trading shots from range 3. And Han does not have any modifiers here.
He's got a focus token.
Oh, he's got a focus.
He took it as his action.
I must have missed that. So
Fenn Rau somehow getting shots on Soontir while at 1 health. So he's choosing to go obstructed here.
Yep, for the trick shot.
That they say yellow and blue line. Oh no!
He's gonna take one.
There's the damage.
He's gonna take one. Oh,
no,
there's a
obstruction.
5th one. Obstruction.
Yep. All right, there is.
Okay, there we go. Spend both.
Yeah.
And you're fine.
Yeah.
Fenn Rau from downtown.
See if he'll get another hit crit. Fenn Rau, what are you doing?
Okay. He will not be denied. And takes a crit.
Takes the crit. Oh, Fenn Rau.
Telling you, these Sheethopedes are brutal.
Damaged engine. Oh, no.
Damage engine. So that increases the difficulty of those hard turns maneuvers, and interceptors love their hard twos in order to relieve that stress, getting them turned around after doing their auto thrusters movements. That's pretty much an F in the chat for most of the time on interceptors.
Yeah.
Soontir going for some revenge here. 1 crit.
Yeah, he doesn't have any mods, so well, he does have the target lock.
All right, hit crit.
Fair enough.
And gonna take them both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, isn't there a fuel leak out there?
No, he flipped it last round.
Oh, okay. Phew.
Ooh, got a panicked pilot, though.
Well.
So that limits Han to, I think, 3 forward and 2 bank if he's going to want to take actions again anytime soon.
He's got to get by a rock in order to have some type of modifiers next turn.
Yeah. Soontir, I think, can clear that 2 bank. Or just go forward and boost. I mean, Han's bait out there right now.
Yeah, shoot me.
If I'm the Rebel player, I don't care. Just a hard turn him in. That's a clock management strategy. Is actually it takes longer for like shots to be fired than it would to just run away. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. I mean, every step of the engagement requires time, right? You got to measure range. You got to get the dice. All that. That's whether you're playing in person or online. That's just like it's clock management. You have things to do, which does eat up clock.
No, someone I did it in a game, and my opponent was very confused because the timer was like at 20 seconds left. And I just didn't take my last shot of the round. It was like a 2 dice attack range 3 or whatever. I was like, I'm not even going to bother shooting that. I would rather shoot next round than have it end on, you deciding to focus or not, right?
Yep. I want to remind you guys, you are watching round 5 of the Space Jam Sydney, Australia tournament, an event built around the time zone of Australia. This is the 4th of this Space Jam series that we've run. It's been absolutely awesome. Thank you to everybody who's participated. If you're in the chat and you participated in one of our Space Jams, give me a Space Jam exclamation point in the chat right now. I know it's been absolutely awesome. We have another series coming up here, but we're not going to announce that series and open up registration until we get all the prizes for Space Jam out, because we are behind on that. So I want to make sure that we get everybody set away before we take on the next venture. We got a couple Space Jams ×2 in the chat. Very nice. Excuse me. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the chat. I want to see how aggressive he's going to get with Wedge.
I mean, he doesn't really have to do anything. It's going to be hard to get him turned around, no matter if he hard to barrel rolls, or Talon rolls. Either way, it's going to put him in about the same spot, which is not shooting Soontir.
Yeah. Somebody tried to be sneaky and do exclamation point.
Coordinate him?
Did he reach? No. Somebody tried to be sneaky and do exclamation point events to see if it was on the event calendar. No.
Oh.
Not on there. Not on there. Nice try though. I appreciate the effort in trying to figure out when it's going to be.
So Han just does the 2-bank, tries to clear one of those stress, open up that broadside for a return shot. Wedge is down, or Han is down to just 2 now, it looks like. So it might be the last shot he takes this game. I will say, Finn Rowland's been well flown this game. Getting a lot of shots, getting a lot of his abilities to trigger to stop those offensive mods.
Absolutely. He's making every single one of those 52 points work.
I mean, it's been worth it this game. I can see games that it might not be, but in this game it's been worth it.
All right, and looks like we're boosting into range 1. We'll get that focus evade for Soontir. Wedge is out of range. But we have a shot here from Fenn Rao. And there you go. Couldn't keep it going.
He's literally been hit or miss.
All right, I think this is Fenn Rao now. Yeah, I mean Han. Excuse me, Han going into Soontir. Does he want to do the ability?
He doesn't have any. Oh, he does have the cast cloud in front of him.
So he can reroll all those dice. He got the average.
I mean, you had to spend it. He's got an evade and a focus. He's gonna have to fully blank out to even do 1 damage through. So I'm just gonna Han it.
We're just gonna go for the uppercut.
Yeah, I try to get 3, maybe lucky 4. Why not? You're not gonna hit him with 2.
Truth. Oh,
there you go. Same thing.
Same result.
Yeah, Soontir should get 1 on the dice here at least, and has the evade token.
And yep, takes the evade. You're fine. So somebody in the chat asks, yes, we have 1 more round after this, and then we have the cut, quote unquote, tomorrow. It depends on what time you're at. So the cut starts at here's Soontir range 1, by the way.
Yeah, Fenn Rao's going to shut down his focus.
You may not modify this attack. Oh, didn't matter there. And Han gets the evade. So
stays alive.
Taking another turn, just absorbing shots, doing what he does in this list. So the cut starts at 7 p.m.
He pulled 2 damage cards. Crack shot.
Oh, crack. Okay, there you go.
He
Missed
saved
that.
it up until this point.
Crack shot. Crack.
There you go. Crack shot for the win. Well, and for that ain't combat. There's 5 minutes left. And Soontir's still above half. He can't hard 2 to get a shot on Fen Rao. So I'm not quite sure what he can do. Do you just hard 1 and accept your fate?
Let's go.
I mean, 5 minutes. There maybe 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I have Wedge, you gotta protect. You bring Wedge in front, and you put him in a spot where if Soontir is pointed at Fen Rao, Fen Rao is gonna get shot by Wedge. Also, we got that damage engine up, so the too hard is a white too hard. We got to be mindful of that. So Soontir cannot just turn into the fight here. So that one straight from Fen Rao seems super solid.
I mean, he can, but like, all right. So if you 2 bank and try to go the long way around these clouds, Fen Rao can just keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have to turn. He's got a rear arc, so he really doesn't care. You're just never gonna see him again. Yeah, that damage engine might be the downfall of this whole thing. Soontir is in it too. Like he don't take a damage, kill Fen Rao. Don't die in 3 minutes.
That's right. Want to remind you, after this round, we do have some giveaways, so make sure you guys are sticking with us. And we ship giveaways all around the world. So, yes, I know that we have mostly, we got a lot of Europe and Australia watching right now, which is awesome. I know we still have some North American, South American viewers as well, those of you who are the night owls. But, yeah, we ship all over the place. And we do have stretch goals that we're trying to work to. We'll show those off here after this round, see if we get there for this Rounds of Swiss. And talking about when does the cut start? The cut starts at 7 p.m. Central Time on Saturday. In Australia, in Sydney, Australia, it's 10 a.m. on Sunday. You can check the start time chart on goldsquadronpodcast.com in the Space Jam section. It's there. It's, time zone magic. So we got the 4 straight here for Soontir.
Yeah, I think he's trying to boost. He'll pull a gas cloud shot, and then he can hard turn next round to try to get a shot in Fen Rao. But like I said, Fen Rao doesn't have to go right anymore.
Nope.
He hard turns left and doesn't care. Puts the pressure on Soontir. With the Rebel players' patience, there should only be 1 more round left.
Hit crit? No, just 1 hit.
Almost. You had to see 4 eyeballs here. Nope, he gets all 5 evades. No problem. So yeah, minute
last
30
turn
left. And Soontir's not out. Like, if he could somehow find a way to get a shot on Fen Rao, he has the win condition still. The problem is that Wedge is kind of lingering. And Wedge only needs to put out 1 damage, so. Because honestly, I don't care with Wedge. I'm going to hard 2 Wedge right over that gas cloud.
Fight me.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hard turn, go take Wedge over the gas cloud, give him a target lock or a focus, who cares? Ooh, maybe focus. Because if Soontir does magically do 3 damage to Wedge, I believe he still wins.
Yeah, because Josh does have a pretty chonky bid. 57, 56, half of that, and half of 52. What is that, 25?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like, so see the points is 117 for Josh and Benjamin.
Yeah.
And 129 for, I'm not going to say that name right. Wynand?
Wynand.
Wynand. Okay, that makes more sense. So it's only a difference of 12 points. He can easily pick that up by having Wedge or killing Fen Rao, but he's got to do it this round.
Yeah.
And 3 damage on Wedge is going to be tough without his crack shot.
And I think you definitely want that arc to bear because with with the reposition, he could pretty easily get an arc on to Fenrau. Does Fenrau just one bank in front of the cloud? This is going to be the last turn?
No, I think if you hard turn... Oh, yeah, the hard turn might actually put him out of Wedge's coordinate range. I'm also thinking you could maybe coordinate Wedge a barrel roll so he can avoid that gas cloud and come in closer on Soontir. Because Soontir has to trade shots. He's got to shoot, or else there's no reason to play this last round. You know?
Yep. What you gonna do? Anybody out there in the chat 5 for 5 games right now? Like you've watched 5 games today? Do we have any troopers out there? It also counts if you played, some matches and are watching now. Looks like we got Naked Wookie. It's 5 for 5. Fast Walk 0. Rumble Rocket, me. Does playing count? Oh yeah, playing counts, of course. Absolutely. Hawked Matter says going 5 for 6. That's all right, man. Darren, 5 for 5. Not. We got one more, everybody. We got one more game, and then we can all take a nap. Take a nap, be responsible adults. Or, of course, if you're like a teenager or something, do what you want, and then come back later.
All right, looks like the Rebels went, and they said, we like our points, and didn't even bother coming in. I mean, they have gas cloud protection for the most part.
Yep.
And Fenrau's got a focus token here, so the boost will give him the shot, I guess. But between the gas cloud, Fenrau's ability to stop Soontir from modifying dice, this is gonna have to be a pretty lucky shot. I don't see any other way he can get that shot. The barrel roll under the gas cloud to Soontir's right, I don't think gets a mark.
Shout out to Doc V73 for gifting a sub there, getting us to 106 subs, working towards those stretch goals.
I don't see why he's not just boost right, barrel roll right to try to get around the cloud. There it is.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, you're not going to have any mounts from Fenrau anyways, so... this could be it, though.
Yep.
All he's got to do is roll 2 hits out of 3. That's all you got to do. And you win the game.
Just.
Just roll 2 hits.
And he's got
3. What?
Got him.
Yeah, don't matter.
Got him.
Next game, last round. After time's called. Buzzer beater for the win.
Josh Benjamin pulls it out, 143 to 129. Absolutely insane. Was patient, and Soontir, Ace of Legend, pulls it out right there at the end. Wow.
Oh, is it the end though?
Oh,
Fenrau shooting 2 dice. Focus. If he could just do a 1 damage.
Oh, this is true.
Oh. I mean, Soontir did the hard part, which was put the damage through.
This is true, and it is two dice.
Yeah,
I forgot that Fen has a bag.
Naked. Oh yeah, he's got that back arc.
What are we waiting for? Is he frozen? What happened?
Oh, they're joshing each other, I assume.
It's not over.
Oh no.
What?
Guillaume.
What?
Who has first player?
Fenrau should have shot first.
Yeah.
The Wynand request a clarification from me. The current policy is every ship must engage,
Yeah.
and if the ship failed to engage, then you rewind it to that point.
So are we just erasing Soontir's shot?
Correct.
All right. All right. Redo.
All right.
I learned that in Buenos Aires when a lot of people yelled at me. Do you remember, Dion?
I do. At Natty evades.
All right. Well, Soontir survived defensively. Can he pull 2 hits again?
There's still a chance.
So dramatic.
Just
Now,
got to do
second
it again.
time. No.
Nope.
And he blanks out. Oh. 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 What a tragic ending.
Man. So.
Yeah, rules clarification there. There's 3 things you could do as a judge. You can play it as it lies.
Mm-hmm.
You can rewind time. What's the third one? Do you remember?
I don't. But this is why I hire judges. I don't make the call.
Correct. But that was Dion chose to rewind to the start of combat and shoot everybody in the appropriate order, taking away Soontir's illegal shot, mistimed shot.
That's true. And also, like, we didn't, because we can't hear the players, Josh might have been like, all right, Boost Barrel, all right, I'm going to take my shot. Here we go. You know, and just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All we have is the perception of, like, oh, wait, Soontir had to redo his shot, but you don't really know the conversation between the players. But anyway.